Hello again, it's your friendly neighborhood host, JT Wheatley, back for another episode of the History Comics Podcast, this time with another edition of the classics with Sin City, The Hard Goodbye by Frank Miller. This is, of course, the now classic crime noir series that Frank Miller originally created for Dark Horse, first being printed in Dark Horse Presents number 51 to 62, starting back in 1991, before being collected into a classic trade, Sin City, The Hard Goodbye, which is what is now known as. And in the story, it introduces Marv, a paroled, kind of muscle-bound drifter who meets up with a beautiful woman at a bar, but when she mysteriously dies after a night together, he just sets out to find her killer, and it leads him to some pretty powerful people in what's called Basin City, or better known as Sin City. The genesis of this story came about when Frank Miller, as I previously talked about in his biography series on him, is that after trying to make his Hollywood run, writing the scripts for RoboCops 2 and 3, and seeing them just destroyed by the Hollywood machine, he decided, I'm going to go back and do comic books. I'm going to make the comic book stories I want, and in my stories, based on the James Cagney, Humphrey Bogart films he loved as a kid, I want you live in a universe where the trench coats are long, the guns are huge, the cars are vintage, and the women are beautiful. And while Sin City is all of that, it's simply a crime noir series on steroids. It's almost mystical in the abilities of Marv in particular. He's practically a superhuman, but it fits very well in the Sin City series. It's like everything's up to 11, and it's very enjoyable, very particular taste. But if you love crime noir, especially the works like Raymond Chandler and so forth, and Dashiell Hammett, this is a perfect series. And it's also arguably Frank Miller's best artistic work on top of everything else. Of course, his work in The Dark Knight really showed off this. But you can see this is just Frank Miller unleashed. And it's before he goes a little bit too crazy, of course, with the later Sin City series. But with this one in particular, fantastic. So if you want to see the beginning of Frank Miller after his little dalliance in Hollywood, and honestly, this is Frank Miller at his purest, look no further than Sin City, The Hard Goodbye, because that is a true classic.
Look, we gotta talk.
Yeah, Thunder Talk.
We're going all kinds of sideways with that sweet nerd junk.
Woke nerd junk.
It's topical.
Political.
Dare I say radical.
We've got all your latest news and reviews.
Hot music.
And a whole lot of comedy.
But it ain't for kids.
Definitely mature content.
So let's talk.
Let's talk Thunder Talk.
Thunder Talk is a proud member of the ESO network.
Now is November 3rd, 2022, time for the favorite comic of the week. Batman number 129 by Chip Zdarsky and Jorge Jimenez, which once again finds Batman now having to hide out in Atlantis with Aquaman after Failsafe has effectively taken over Gotham City in an attempt to bait Batman to come back so he could kill him. And Batman does take the fight to him, but things don't go as planned. As I pointed out, Failsafe is the thing that Batman created to take him out if he ever went bad. And, well, Batman doesn't do anything half-baked. Zdarsky once again keeps the tension at a razor edge, as Failsafe is easily one of the best villains in years, as he's the perfect anti-Batman, counters his every move. And even though, yes, you know Batman's going to get out of this, but man, you're scrambling to figure out how he's going to do it, as everything Batman does to counter Failsafe has an answer, and he's just brutal and efficient and great to watch. And it's mapped by Jimenez's gritty and realistic art, which really shows just how brutal Failsafe is. Like, he holds no quarter in going after Batman. And, he's just a great villain, and hopefully he doesn't get overused in the future. Like, you probably tamp him down for a bit. But, yeah, an anti-Batman, it is, of course, who better to make it than Batman himself? And, yeah, all that plus a killer cliffhanger. And Zdarsky has really hit the ground running with this fantastic run on Batman. I can't wait to see where it goes. And with that, we'll conclude this episode of the Classics for this week. Join me again next week. But, of course, happy November, which is Thanksgiving month, Turkey month. Hope everyone's getting ready for Thanksgiving, enjoying turkey of all kinds, especially like wild turkey. Hey, I'm 43 years old. I'm allowed to. But till then, go out and enjoy some good comic book. And if you can, check out Frank Miller's Sin City, The Hard Goodbye, because that is a true classic.